Who the fool, you the tool, never knew what you do. Now I smoke a few cigs to get the mood right. You don't know me, so I'm in a different view. High on the scene of the skyline. So I started off the day with two bad shorts. I really should have waited for the poke of that swing high. You can see right here, that's relatively where it's at. Came back down. There's this LVN right here. That would be a great spot to spot some absorption, buyers, and then go for the sell side. We end up doing so, and I'm like, wow, this is a pretty good opportunity to long right here. It's like this LVN kind of area, and I take this first entry. We come back down. I'm like, all right, this is kind of like a higher low or like a retest of this area of initiation. So not really initiation either way. I add back into it. I tighten my stops, which you can see on this distribution. The stops are way too tight, but I was like, all right, I'll put 10-point risk. And I was going to target POC and then the upper end of the range. It's just really bummed out. So that's a lesson for me to be like, yo, what are you doing? Just have your stop where the trade is invalidated. Because I keep trying to, I don't want to lose money. I try again over here at this LVN, like an LVN return kind of situation. I get stopped. Oh, well. Comes around to this original point, kind of like a retest. I see this good initiation from the buyer side. I said, okay, I'm going to jump in on this. And you can note over here at these three circles, sorry, I got my order fills in the way, but on those three circles, you're going to see that's a point where sellers try to push price back down. But every single time, they were not rewarded. This is something I was learning in the live I was in earlier, which is these sellers are trying to jump in the market. They're not getting what they paid for. They're going to back off. So price, the bid is going to continue pushing up, and then the offer, the sellers, they're going to continue lifting the offer. And you can see that on the DOM, where the bid just keeps pushing and pushing upward. And so that's great confirmation for knowing that the trade thesis was good, that, you can expect to reach the end of the range. That's my assumption, right? I'm learning here. This is me learning and figuring out my stuff. I take my final runner out at this LVN, and yeah, I'm really happy about that. I will not complain. I see, there's an opportunity for a short right here. You can see the absorption, right, with the blue delta, and I was like, you know what? The DOM flip happened. I took a short. I was like, I'll target this POC at 930. And I was just thinking in my head, like, the bid's stepping up and pursuing. And I got psyched out. And this traversed, like, pretty much the entire value area. So that's just something for me to keep in mind. Progressing from the point that I've been walking through, which feels like this treacherous journey since January, I'm now taking more time to be more patient, to take lessons to learn, and I'm going to continue pursuing that path of me learning what to look out for, when is it okay, what is initiation real, all these little things that kind of matter in the long run. The thesis, why the thesis is, what we're kind of looking for. Basically, if I'm going to distill all that, it's like you have an area of interest, and then you're just going to see if there's buyers or sellers, and then you hop in with that move. And you don't want to be the first one there. Preferably be the last one to ride for the ride. That's really it. And you don't need to do a huge banger. You can do base hits. You can just do what's reasonably expected by traversing the value area of the HVNs. So you can really just do one trade a day. So that's what I'm trying to lean into, is more calculated, more thoughtful process of preparing and then entering and managing at the end. We're going to see how that goes with the preceding videos to come after this, but until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.